Testing, 1, 2, 3. Well, set to go. Well, good morning, everyone. Welcome to the meeting on, what is it, October the 8th, 2025 to Committee of Adjustment. A notice to all those in attendance. This meeting will be live streamed on YouTube and recorded. Please note that the recording will be linked to the municipal website following the meeting. Committee today consists of Councillor Barry Boyce, Chris Bishop, Director. Gotta get his name. First, Chris is Manager of Planning, Chris Orson, and Adam Meyer, who is our Secretary Treasurer. This is a public hearing where I'm all mixed up here. To consider two minor variances for a minor variance with to the municipality zoning bylaw. It says the committee's responsibility to consider all information received to date regarding the requested variances and to hear and consider any comments or questions provided by these applications. Any variances granted by the committee must meet 4 tests, which are very clearly defined in the Planning Act. The requested variance must be minor in nature, desirable for the property development of the land, comply with the general intent of the official plan, and comply with the general intent of the zoning bylaw. Please note that if anyone wishes to be notified of the decision, please make a request in writing to the municipality. Any committee member wish to declare a conflict of interest with any of these today? The answer being no. Any oral or written submissions received in advance of the meeting will be verbally read aloud at the time of the application is considered. All persons who have pre-registered will have an opportunity to present or ask questions about the proposals. Please direct all your questions and comments to the chair. State your name in relation to the application prior to speaking. I'm looking for a mover and a seconder to adopt the minutes of the meeting on September the 10th, 2025. Moved by Chris. Barry Boyce. Ward 5.
You read it, Don? Read it quick.
Moved and seconded, moved by Chris Bishop and seconded by Barry Boyce that the minutes of the Committee of Adjustment meeting of September the 10th, 2025 be adopted. Carried? Carried.
There's the first file. I'm gonna bring him in quickly on Zoom.
This is the first guy?
Steven. And I'll bring it forward.
There we go.
Yeah.
Hasn't landed yet. Probably come by helicopter.
Hello, sorry.
Good morning. And this gentleman is,
Steven Cheeseman.
what's his name?
Name's Steven.
Mr. Cheeseman.
Yes, sir.
If you'd like to start this off, you can bring us up to date on what proposal you have and how we can help you and where we go from there.
I've never done one of these, so I'll try and bluff it. I have a little cottage up at 1036 Manitou Road. It's one owner, Little Dudman, and acquired it in 2007. It was in bad need of whatever repair, but we have a small cottage, 700 square feet, but we made it, and there was 3 bedrooms in there somehow, but we built a bunkie, as I want to call it, slightly to the front right of our existing dwelling. And the footprint is 10 by 10. So it was small enough, but I was a little naive on the fact that I needed a building permit for something that was in front of the existing dwelling, which was built in 1976. And in a recent, I guess it was during COVID, your departments or your city did a review and walk around, and they found an offsite with a small offsite with my plumbing with my tub. But the point was, is they also, at that point we did the review, saw, oh, there's this bunkie which wasn't registered on title. So that's my application. I understand when I'm not sure who did this, Adam, but when they did a walkabout, they thought my bunkie was a two-story. I wish it's not. It's got a little peak in the front. My wife was a realtor, and she thought the attic would look good but you couldn't fit a size two, maybe cat in there. But it looks like a attic from the outside, and so I have a 10 by 10 bunkie, and it's at least 155 feet from the water, and it fits a queen size bed, and that's about it. You could not put a chair in there if you wanted to. So that was done about 12 years ago. And the building was done actually through one of my contacts at Mattamy Home, a little part-time side job. And so it was all done to standard. That's not the issue. I guess the issue is it was built in front of my existing dwelling. And like I say, the front door of it is 155 feet from my waterfront. I don't know what else that I need to tell you about. Sorry. By the size of my property is 0.6 acres. It's a pretty big. In fact, it's the biggest property on Manitou Road. It's a pie-shaped lot, and it's very, very skinny at the entrance point as a pie-shaped lot goes. It's 62 feet to drive where my driveway comes in, and you could not build anything behind that without being offside. So the only place to build something would have been in front because it's the pie-shaped nature of the lot. I'm not sure what drawings you guys have, but you can see that probably.
Have there been any questions with respect to this application?
So through you, Chair, notice the minor variance was circulated as required by regulation on September 23rd, 2025. No comments have been received. And then should the committee decide to grant the requested variance, the following condition would be appropriate. This condition applies to a private cabin as shown generally on the property sketch dated September 2nd, 2025.
Yeah, and from my perspective, I have no issues with the location of the cabin.
Neither do I. No, there's no issue here at all, I don't think. I think we grant it.
Any questions, Chris? For you?
Oh,
This
sorry. Oh,
It's
no.
gonna be your lucky day. Apparently, we have no concerns about what you want to do, so if someone would like to we'll deal with a request for admission. And there are two variances. The first variance is a section 3 EI to permit a private cabin to be located with a front yard abutting a shoreline. And
Yeah, I moved to grant that.
it's moved by Chris. It's moved by Chris Bishop. Be resolved that the committee's decision with respect to D13 MV 2025-23 be recorded as follows. Variance to section 3(1)EI to permit a private cabin to be located within a front yard abutting a shoreline. Granted? Carried?
Don, I think the second one, we can check with Adam here, but I don't think it's even needed then.
So through more review, it is not required for the two-story private cabin. So if the committee wishes, they could deny that, right? Stephen, you don't need that variance.
No, there's no. I almost wish it were bigger. We should have built a bigger time. Anyways, no, I don't need that. It's an attic decoration because of my realtor's wife perspective.
We're not gonna worry about
Okay,
it.
so we deny it then, is that, well, we.
Yep, you can deny that
We'll
one.
deny that one because you don't need it anyway.
Okay,
No.
variance to section 3 to permit a private cabin to be located on 2 stories as opposed to the requirements of being located entirely on 1 story is declined.
No,
Correct.
Yep. Do you understand what we did there, Stephen? Like we declined it because you don't need it.
But there's like a little attic. I don't know, presumably that meets standards. It's
Adam,
3 feet above what you would call
Yep.
it's got a pointed roof. I don't know if you can see the pictures there, but it's, if you walk in, it's 3 feet above what
Adam
would
will
be.
give you the clarification here of why we denied it, and it's just because you don't need it, and it is recognized. I think Adam will explain to you.
Yep, so that would be a one-story private cabin with an attic above, which is permitted. It's under the 1.5 meter height, which is what would be considered private cabin if it was above that 1.5 meter height. So you're
Oh,
getting,
it's definitely, I wish you were in 1.5. Yes.
yep, so it's considered an attic, so it is permitted.
Thank you, sir.
There isn't 20 on any decisions we make, so just keep that in the back of your head before you start tearing the ground apart, sort of thing. You okay with that? We haven't had any implications that there will be objections, so, but there is an appeal period of 20 days, so before you start construction. Is that okay?
Fine.
Thank you very much. You're good to go.
Thank you, gentlemen. Pleased to almost make your acquaintance.
Next one, name's Jeffrey. Bring him forward right now.
And this is, you gonna be up here too?
Yeah.
What's his name?
Jeffrey.
Yeah. Awesome.
Hey Jeff, can you unmute your mic? I know you said your video might not be working, but just test your mic and see if we can hear you.
There we go. Should be good. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you. We're good to go.
Yeah, I wasn't sure. My video showed it was working, but it just shows my name. So never know. It's an old Chromebook. Let me actually see. I might be able to unmute that or unmute the video if there's such a thing. Let me use the camera.
You start off with you.
There we go. Extreme close up.
You bring us up to date on where you're at and where you're going and where you want to go, and we'll see what we can do for you.
Yeah, I think we should be good.
You want to start her off? Tell us where you're at and where you want to go.
Yeah, we're our variance request was for a 7-meter offset from the Ross Lake Creek on our property to the nearest point of the renovation we're doing, which is the same as it was prior. I think the issue came up as when we built the property, which I was actually present for back in 1985 to show how old I am. We, at the time, I believe the variance was given, or the building permit was given on an old like 1977 ruling where it was like 4.5 meters, whatever that was in feet at the time. And we actually built it further than that. It ended up being about 7 meters. But the new requirement, even though the building permit was approved, the new requirement is 10 meters based on, the grandfathered. I think it's further than that, but it was grandfathered in at 10 meters. So we, consulted. Our contractor Travis Grabelski noticed that I had marked it as 35 feet. We did a laser measurement. I thought it was already 10 meters anyway, but he measured differently. So we had a surveyor come in and measure that point. We came up at the high water mark at 7 meters. And the reason we're doing the request is we've got the cottage up in the air now, and it's really not workable if we had to move it back even 3 meters. And plus it would really condense the back of the cottage against the property line. So we're just trying to be able to lower it exactly. It would end up being exactly where it is or was as a 1-story cottage. So everything's approved, building permit wise, septic and that, and we just need to get the variance done so we can start the foundation and have it be right at that 7-meter mark.
Okay, so we're looking at a request for 3 variances. Variance to section 5.2 to permit a seasonal dwelling to have a minimum water setback of 7 meters or 22.9 feet, as opposed to required minimum of 10 meters or 32.8 feet. Gentlemen?
Yep.
I've been to the site, Jeff. I'm not sure if you remember me being there or not, but
Oh yeah.
anyway, I don't have a problem with any of the 3 of them. It's first of all, we gave a building permit for the location of the thing back in 1985, I guess that's when it was.
1984, yes.
1984, so that's on us. And secondly, the creek itself, you can help me here, Jeff, is likely dry right now, right? So is it not? We're very close to no water running through it?
Yeah, it's one of those, as you know, typical. It feeds down from Ross Lake to Halliburton Lake, and it just gets smaller as the year goes by, and especially in a dry summer like this year. I know the surveyor was conservative even on the 7 meters because we were trying to determine a high water mark, but that's pretty iffy because it really just depends on snowfall the previous year and so forth. So we were conservative. It's probably another half meter to a meter further than 7 meters. But I just said, let's be conservative. And that's what they based their survey. They just did that a couple weeks ago. I just got the setback confirmation. I haven't even got the full survey yet from them.
Okay. Well, in my opinion, anyway, I don't have an issue with any of the 3 variances, to be honest, so.
Right?
Yes, and from my perspective, I've been by the property many times, and I also have no issues with the grant the 3 variances.
Do you have any questions, Chris? Oh, okay.
So through you, Chair, notice the minor variance was circulated as required by regulation on September 23rd, 2025. No comments have been received. And should the committee decide to grant the requested variances, the following conditions would be appropriate. These variances apply to a seasonal dwelling as shown generally on the property sketch dated September 9th, 2025. Condition number 2, the County of Halliburton Shoreline Tree Preservation Bylaw 3505 applies. Condition number 3, during construction, proper site preparation and construction methods are to be used to prevent sedimentation of the adjacent stream.
You get all that, Jeff? There's really nothing in there. I don't think that's out of the ordinary for your situation.
No, and we've actually, since it's been up in the air for quite a while, I mean, I know Travis has actually fenced off the property and he's pretty thorough on all those, mitigation measurement, things. Obviously we got a lot more rock than you always think you have. I remember putting the piers on bedrock and then we start digging. It's like, holy cow, that's not bedrock. there's Yeah, so I think we're on 18 foot of cribbing at each corner. We had to go down about 6 feet to get it set. So yeah, we're just going to be lowering it straight down as soon as the foundation is in, which I think Travis hoped to start within a week or so once we got this approved. And obviously we want to get it down off of the cribbing before winter. So I do appreciate everybody kind of speeding it through, which I talked to Adam on and Jeff and everybody, and I appreciate it getting done pretty quick so that we can proceed while the weather's nice.
Adam, can we do all 3 at once, or we have to go through every one?
You could move and second all 3 at once if you'd like.
Okay. Well, I'll move that we accept all 3.
I'll second that.
Moved and seconded by Mary Boyce that A is variance to section 5.2 to permit a seasonal dwelling to have a minimum water setback of 7 meters or 22.9 feet, as opposed to require a minimum of 10 meters or 32.8 feet is granted. It's carried. The variance to section 319 AV to permit the height of a seasonal dwelling within 10 meters of the high water mark to increase 7.9 meters or 26 feet as opposed to permitted 0 meters, 0 feet. So the total structure is a height of 7.9 or 26 feet. Carried. Granted. And a variance to section 319 AV to permit the area of an encroachment of a seasonal dwelling within 10 meters of a high water mark to increase 17.5 square meters, 188 square feet, as opposed to permitted 0 square meters or 0 square feet. So the total structure area within 10 meters of the high water mark is 17.5 meters or 188 square feet. Carried? Is granted. This is your lucky day. They're all three and done. So you're good to go. There is a waiting period, an appeal period of 20 days when if Joe Smith down the road decides he wants to put some complaint in, he can do that, but we don't expect that to happen. So we carry on.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it, and yeah, we're close with all the neighbors, so they know. Sometimes they know more about what's going on than I do because I'm not up there as much.
Well, you've been working on this a long time, so you probably made a lot of friends out of it. So
Oh yeah, we've been close with the neighbors. He's been there for like 25 years, our one neighbor. So yeah, we're good. Like I said, everybody's aware of it. They're already asking if they can take some of the rocks that we dig up. I said sure, whatever. I don't have to haul away. So yeah, we're good there, and I really appreciate you getting this done quickly, helping us out, and I know Travis at Halliburton Homes and Electric appreciates it too.
Okay, we'll look forward to the opening and have a
Yep.
good day.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. It's going to be moved by, might as well give Barry a clear day. It's been moved by Barry Boyce and seconded by Chris Bishop that the meeting of, what's today? Wednesday, October 8th, be now adjourned. Carried? Yeah. It's 11:25. Is that what that is?